I'm getting ready to go break up with my fiance and call off our wedding less than a week before it's supposed to happen because he won't cut things off with his best female friend, even though she's crossed every single boundary. Right when my fiance and I started dating, he was transparent about the fact that he had a best female friend, let's call her Jill. And they were very, very close. They met in college and were apparently just like best friends, soulmates, whatever that means to him. I had always said that I could never be with a guy that had a best girlfriend, but I don't know. I fell in love with my fiance and Jill didn't live in the same state as us, so it was never that big of a problem. I mean, she texted him all the time and that was annoying, but we never really saw her. Once when we were dating, Jill did come into town to visit my fiance for a long weekend, and I was not invited to meet her because they just really wanted to spend one-on-one time together. And let me tell you, that was one of the biggest fights in our entire relationship. It almost ended our relationship. Because what do you mean you're gonna have a girl come into town and stay with you and I'm just not gonna meet her? Absolutely not. And I did almost break up with him for that, but then he apologized, said it would never happen again, blah, blah, blah. I forgave him. I realize now that that was the wrong decision. About 4 months ago, Jill goes through a breakup with her long-term boyfriend and she decides that she needs to move to start fresh. And guess where she decides she's gonna move to? Yeah, you're right. It is the city that my fiance and I live in. She doesn't know anybody else in that city except for my fiance. So you know the reason she moved there was because of him. So I meet Jill for the very first time when I'm helping her unpack in her new apartment. And however bad I thought that this meeting was gonna go, it went 10 times worse. She's being so beyond rude to me. She's referring to me as my fiance's little girlfriend. We've been engaged for months at this point. And she's also purposely calling me by the wrong name, even though both me and my fiance corrected her multiple times. She's bringing up all my fiance's exes, talking about how she loved them, just trying to make things really uncomfortable and clearly trying to pick a fight between my fiance and I. And I'm not taking the bait on this. I knew exactly what game she was playing, but she was just so rude. So after we get home from helping move her in, obviously I'm bringing up to my fiance all of the obvious issues that happened, and he's just kind of blowing me off. Like, Jill just takes a little bit to warm up. It's just how she is, don't take it too personally. And are you kidding me? She was just openly rude to me. I decided I'm gonna try and be the bigger person because I really care about my fiance. He really cares about Jill, and somehow the two of us can be friends, right? Wrong. Jill makes absolutely zero effort to make any new friends in the city and is just constantly texting my fiance, trying to make plans to hang out, obviously never wanting me included in the plans. Jill is coming over to our apartment almost every single night, and when she does, she's barely acknowledging me or just being outright so rude to me, and my fiance says and does nothing about it, no matter how many times I point it out to him.